Welcome to another segment of In Another Opinion, a public information program where our discussions are focused on the communities of color in the state of Rhode Island. I'm your host, Peter Wells. Our guests today are Ray Rickman, former Assistant Secretary of State and founder of Stages of Freedom, and Jim Vincent, President of the Providence branch of the NAACP and the host of the Jim Vincent Show. Given the outcome of the very contentious 2016 presidential election, what's your opinion on the impact on the communities of Rhode Island and across the country, Ray?
I think we're in trouble. People aren't focusing on the whole issue here. We have an arch-conservative Congress, both the Senate and the House. I was in a prayerful state of being that we would get control of the Senate, because what we've had for 8 years, 6 years actually, is the president blocking them from doing horrible things to us. And now we will not have Mr. Obama in the White House. We'll have Mr. Trump. And he will either join them or fail to block them, but I hope I'm wrong. All the time that I was a child, we lived in a society that was against us, African Americans. And now about 75 to 80% of the American people are going to live in the kind of society I lived in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And it's going to be interesting to see what the pushback is, what women do to protect their rights, what white women, what they do. It's going to be interesting to see what immigrants do, whatever an immigrant is. I have a problem with that, because for folks who came 40 years ago, they don't think they're an immigrant, only the people who came 4 years ago. But I think we're in for a rough time, and we need to get our backbone up, and we need to be supportive of institutions like the NAACP, who are going to have quite the job to do.
Jim, what's your opinion?
Well, I echo the same opinion as my colleague here, Ray Rickman. I'm disappointed. I'm disheartened. I'm also worried about the fact that the White House now has a Republican Senate and Congress, so they can work together to do whatever, and whatever doesn't bode well for us from what the rhetoric of the campaign suggests. So we're going to be ever vigilant, you know, because of the fact that, you know, one of the first things he's done is to have a white supremacist as his chief strategist. So if we didn't believe him the first time on the campaign trail, we better believe him now. And he's talking about people like Rudy Giuliani as Secretary of State, and Lord knows what Newt Gingrich is going to, you know, end up being. So I think that we need to be really, really aware of what's going on. His appeals to white nationalism worked. You know, he received the majority of the vote of white women in a race where the glass ceiling was set to be shattered by a white woman. So I think we need to really understand that, and understand that, you know, he felt that he needed to appeal to anti-Islam and homophobia and racism and misogyny. And there was a reason why he felt he needed to. He felt that if he didn't, people wouldn't come out for him. So, you know, let's just look at what happened and not try to be in denial. It's clear.
Well, you know, if Donald Trump is successful in implementing his proposed policies of stop and frisk, or rolling back all of President Obama's executive orders, such as the DREAM Act or equal pay for women, what do you think the impact will be and the response will be from the communities of color?
Well, on a lot of this, you don't have much to say. You know, the law is the law. And the chief administrator, the president, gets to put things in place. You just gave an example of President Obama doing something extraordinary with the DREAM Act. And President Trump, it's very difficult for that to come out of my mouth. I'm shocked that I have to say it. He can roll it back, and even worse, begin to deport people. And he, in the campaign, talked about deporting people who are American citizens. Now, this is where I have some hope. You can deport the parents, but they are legal citizens. And you have to get the Supreme Court of the United States of America to side with you. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we have some protections left, but we're going to have to get out in the streets.
Such as happening now. I mean, there's riots, and now I'm not saying riots, but protesters claim to be riots by some quadrants of the Republican Party. But this action's already taken place.
I was talking about two kinds of streets, because public opinion always matters. Trump's going to try to threaten the Congress to do what he wants, even when they don't want to do it, because he's going to say he has basically the white voters on his side.
A mandate.
Yes, and he does have a mandate from those folks. I don't know if everyone knows how extreme this is. These are people trying to make this country great again, 1959, apartheid society.
Yeah, yeah.
Women, you know, when I was a kid, my uncles wouldn't let my aunts drive a car because, you know, only bad women would drive a car. These women have forgot what America was like in 1959. And it's going to be interesting. Now, having said all that, and I was told, Rob told me not to say this on television, I'm not sure who Trump is. I'm not sure if Trump's the pre-campaign Trump, the campaign Trump.
Or the
we
post.
will see. And I don't believe he believes most of what he said. And he was trying to get those white folks in the panhandle of Florida to come out, people who hadn't voted in 40 years. And they did.
And he was successful.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, I think people are not going to stand for it. I mean, people are going to, it's going to be renewed, you know, protest, you know, movement. I think people already said what they're going to do. We are not going back 50 years. We are not going back to Ozzie and Harriet and Leave It to Beaver. I love those shows like everybody else, but we're not. Those shows are not coming back. Okay, that lifestyle is not coming back, and in some cases it shouldn't, because not everybody in America was doing well even then. And I'm not talking about just people of color, but even white folks. So you know, I think that what we are seeing is a wait and see kind of a thing, because there are people that think that maybe it was just campaign rhetoric and he just did it just to win, and he was never really like that before the campaign. But yet, you know, he put in a guy like Steve Branson, so he didn't have to do that. That was something he chose to do, to send a message to somebody, and that message is not good for us. So I think that, you know, we got to watch what he says and does, and react accordingly. You know, I'm not for violence or whatever, of course, but I think that, you know, peaceful protest has its place. People have to understand that we are not happy with what happened, and that there were people that we felt would never vote for a person that was a bigot or a misogynist or Islamophobe or a homophobe, you know, that did. And we're not saying that those people are that, but they enable a person that did. So that makes him just as bad as the person himself.
But keep in mind what we don't want to talk about in the last 10 years. There are white racists in this country, and lots of them.
Of course.
And I think a lot of people voted for Trump because he got a really simple message across. I'll bring back coal mines, you know, things like that, which are absurd and cannot be done. But they believe it. Now, I brought this.
They wanted to believe it.
I brought this to show you, and it's the most unbelievable thing. This is Trump country, and this is Clinton country.
Right.
And so, you know, all the working class people of color live over here, and all the working class white folks live over here. And they voted for something that isn't going to happen because they're angry with the Republicans and the Democrats. Hillary was seen too much as a continuation of the world in which we live. He promised to blow the world up. Now, here's the trouble with that. These folks have been voting Republican for years. You watch every time there's a vote. This is barely a Democratic state. Every time there's a vote, the Republicans on the national level get 2, 3, 4, 5% more. And they're mad with the Republicans for neglecting them, doing them dirt, giving all the tax breaks to billionaires, helping the banks cause harm to them. And what do? They vote for Donald Trump, who is the essence
Who is a billionaire?
of what they're mad about.
This is one of the issues and one of the questions that I have. Given the fact that Trump has aligned himself to be a champion for the underclass and the low-income groups of this country, black or white, he's never had the ability to live in those or walk in those shoes. So it was confounding to me as to how he would represent this group of people. Yet 15 towns in the state of Rhode Island, as you suggested, voted for Donald Trump. And
They wanted change, and he was offering them change. His rhetoric, they
fell for it.
They fell for the rhetoric. I mean, I never felt he was going to do any of it. He's not going to build a wall. Hillary Clinton's not going to be in jail. I mean, all this stuff that he talked about, I thought was fantasy and nothing but a fairy tale, but yet they fell for it because there was this sense of white nationalism that's deep,
among
okay?
some, yes.
Among some, not among all, but among some. And there was this sense that we got to take our country back. Back from who? Okay, back from Barack Obama and people of color. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
If that's what you're talking about, then that's what you did.
Well,
okay, and don't make it an economic argument, because that was secondary to the fact that you had people of color and women that were gaining. And you didn't feel
I don't want to look like the moderate here, but there is an economic problem in this country.
You can be the moderate, right?
No. I hate being the moderate. There is an economic problem in this country.
Absolutely.
When 75% of people haven't seen a real pay raise in 12 years, you've got a problem. And they are one paycheck away from disaster. So, this is a chance for me to tell the governor of Rhode Island, quit giving multi-million-dollar grants to every rich person who asks for tax credits, giving CVS $21 million a year as a subsidy for job training while laying off 400 Rhode Islanders.
Well,
okay? No. This is what the problem is, Peter. We have a society in which the rich get richer, the middle class are in trouble, and the poor are in desperation. And this man gave hollow promises, and they fell for it. But these Democrats, and again, I want to start with the governor. When is the last time the Slater Fund gave a dime to anybody black, brown, Asian, Native American, or a white person with a little bitty company with 6 employees? Never.
Look, we know that
these are good points.
We know
good
that the
issues.
rich are getting richer. We know that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and the middle class is getting squeezed out of existence. Of course, there's an economic problem. You just look at the last 40 years, so since 1973, what's happened to the working class. So we understand that, but that working class, they are looking for jobs that may not return. This whole appeal, though, to bigotry was unnecessary as far as I'm concerned. But maybe not. He felt that just looking at the economy and the fact that we got to expand the middle class and we got to bring jobs back, for some reason he didn't think that was enough. But it was kind of like the Bernie Sanders message. We have to, this whole income inequality thing is real, and people know that it's real all across the U.S. So I understand that. But this whole layering of the bigotry and the misogyny and the Islamophobia and the homophobia, that was what was different, because that to me was not necessary to create a message of hope in a change-year election. But yet he did.
It may not have been necessary, but apparently it was very effective.
It was effective.
Because 50% of the country voted for Donald Trump and voted for that message. Which is segues into his appointment of Rick's, what's his name, Shannon?
Bannon. Steve Bannon.
Steve Brennan, yeah, excuse me, Bannon.
Bannon.
Now, he has a long-time reputation of being on the far right. Given that he's now a senior advisor to Trump administration, where do you think this is going to go?
Badly. It was not necessary. If anything, if he wanted to be the great conciliator like he said he was going to, and that he's going to do it, make America great for everybody, that was not the message that he needed to send. Even people in the Republican Party are upset with that move, because they feel that that was totally unnecessary, and they're angry about it, because they know that the future of America is a diverse America, and you don't need to send those kinds of messages that he sends. He's an anti-Semitic. He called Bill Kristol a renegade Jew. I mean, Bill Kristol's one of the staunchest Republicans out there. So I mean, it just causes a pause, I think, for us that is just a lot of tension.
Now remember what happens in the White House. You have the 10 people there, and they have the president's ear, either individually or collectively, and they try to influence. They also try to tell the cabinet members what to do, and we have more clout than you. We're closer to the president. And that's where the fear comes in, when you have someone like that. And he's probably the chief advisor, because the chief of staff makes the place work, and they're less policy, though they will jump in. So this is horrific what he just did. But I want to say again, because I'm with the president, the sun will come up tomorrow. And we don't know. I may be back here in 6 months apologizing to your audience. We don't know how bad he's going to be. Is it going to be bad? Yes. What are we going to be able to do about it? And again, every morning I get up and you don't know what's going to happen in the course of the day. No, I'm serious. Mm-hmm. And we've had a president to protect us for 8 years. What will we get now? Will the courts surprise us? Will they?
Well, he has a Supreme Court appointment early on, so
yeah, at least
and we
one.
know at least one, and possibly 2 or 3. So we shook our hands, or we wrung our hands because Section 5 of the Voting Rights Act was gutted. Mm-hmm. What are we going to do if the whole Voting Rights Act gets repealed? And while you're at it, why not the Civil Rights Act? Or why not Board v. Brown of Education, or the Fair Housing Act? Yeah. So we're living in some perilous times.
Now, do you see the difference between the two of us, Peter?
Absolutely.
I am fearful to no end and still hopeful, because I am. Mm-hmm. It's the nature of America. We bend towards, no, seriously, this whole thing bends towards freedom. And in my lifetime, I have seen these changes. Now here comes a bully, a sexist. When you were rattling off the roles, you didn't mention racist. That's who Donald Trump's been for the last 18 months. I repeat.
Some would say for a time longer than that, considering his track record with civil rights.
The majority of Americans are not good on race. Why should he be any different? The question is, how offensive? How much do they want to push back? How much? Remember, we live in a fairy tale land where affirmative action hasn't taken place yet, where most workplaces aren't integrated, where on and on and on. And then you have all these white folks in the whole western Rhode Island believing things that aren't true. And then you even look at the income levels. Yeah, they're having trouble and making $20,000, $30,000 more than people in Central Falls. But they believe myths. So again, I didn't say what anyone is going to, some of your viewers are going to say, Rickman said Trump's not awful. I think the man's going to be awful.
Well,
but I don't know.
We have to give him a chance.
What good, what we're going to be able to do. We don't know that
Let's
yet.
wait and see.
Wait, I didn't say about giving him a chance.
I'm hopeful. I mean, I'm not moving to Canada. I'm not going back to Cape Verde. I'm going to be here. And I'm an optimist always. And even in a situation where, pessimism is all around me, I remain steadfast in my optimism that things at the end are going to be okay. Now, I don't know how we're going to get there, but God's going to make a way out of no way. And we've heard that before, and I think that'll happen again. But it looks a little bit different this time. It's not going to be, the change is so sudden. Before there was incremental things that happened to our community, and we kind of adjusted as it went along. But this seems like a radical change. So we're going to have to adjust our thinking in terms of what our response is. And I believe that we will. But I think that we got to be careful. We got to keep our eyes on the prize, because if we don't, we could be way back 50 years ago, and all of a sudden, the Amos and Andy era is here.
Well, one of the things that this presidential election has proven is that Donald Trump has been an unconventional candidate.
Totally.
The whole campaign has been somewhat unconventional to those past, which begs the question as to what his administration will be going forward. And I suggest that we probably will see things that he will do that's never been done before, such as he wanting to have his children and members of his family to be given top secret clearance. This is something that's unprecedented.
Can't do it.
So I will expect a member of Congress, probably a Democrat, on the national security committees, there are about 4 of them, to go to court on that.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. Seriously.
Well,
Hillary Clinton's First Lady of the United States of America, advisor to the president. You have to get your information secondhand from the president. Seriously. You cannot go to,
well, it cannot be official. There is the issue of nepotism. There's no question that exists. However,
they're not in the chain of command. But they're not authorized.
Ray, there are different levels of top secret clearance. And depending on where they go with that will determine what happens with that.
What do they need it for?
Well, if they're going to be principal advisors to administration, why wouldn't they have
really can't
some
be.
clearance?
I mean, principal advisors, I mean, and then they're supposed to be a blind trust that they're supposed to be over that. You know, so, I mean, all this I think is going to be,
there's a question,
it's going to be
Jim.
worked out where you can't do a lot of this stuff.
There's a question whether or not he's able to put his business in a blind trust.
He can't.
Because the type of business that it is.
There is
no
trust.
question. And then have your family oversee the blind trust.
Exactly.
I mean, some of this stuff you just can't do.
Wait, that's not a blind trust. A blind trust is you take your stocks and bonds and give them to somebody you barely know, and they take care of them for 4 years.
Right.
That's a blind trust.
Right.
But
A
he's not
business
talking
cannot
about
even
that.
be
And these
put
aren't
in
stocks
a
and
blind,
bonds.
No,
Exactly.
it
He's not
cannot
talking-
be put in a blind trust. And what's going to happen?
So again, we have a situation where this is non-traditional.
Totally.
It's the first time it's going to happen. So
Totally.
we're
It's
not
not gonna
sure
happen.
how it's going to work.
It's
Well,
not going to happen.
Well,
No.
hopefully not.
It's not going to happen because the stuff, you
Now
know.
remember, they're going to benefit. If they know what the American policy is going to be towards Pakistan, or they can influence the American policy towards Pakistan, then they can make the Pakistanis happy, and that will benefit Trump's business. And they're going to get caught.
Well, in fact, since you brought up Pakistan, I'll go a little further and go to Russia. Since there's such a connection between members of the Trump administration, or at least his campaign, with Russian diplomats and Russian hierarchy, where's that going to play out in terms of foreign policy?
So the professor in California who predicted that Trump was going to win against 400 others who said that Hillary was going to win, and they made fun of him. I saw him on national TV, and they were making fun of him. He also said that Trump's going to be impeached. And Trump's going to be impeached because the first 4 or 5 times Congress is going to let him get away with totally unconstitutional activities. We just named 3 or 4 of them. But at some point, they're going to want to protect the nation. And I have no crystal ball. I don't know if the professor's right or not.
Yeah, I saw
but
that
I
too.
do know that Trump doesn't understand the presidency. He probably doesn't understand the government. And he's going to try to mix the two, Trump and the government. And at some point, he will get in trouble. This is going back to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court on 2 or 3 occasions have done things that the conservatives did not think they would do because it was a bridge too far. And with Trump, this is going to happen. Seriously. When the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court disagrees with him and he sends the FBI to arrest them, he will be impeached.
He is the least qualified person to ever be elected president ever. He's the first person that has not been in government or in the military ever. You know, you're giving the keys to somebody that, you know, doesn't even know what a car is, let alone how to drive a car. And, you know, I think we're in for an interesting period here, having somebody that really doesn't know what's going on, has no background, has shown, you know, a personality that's volatile at times, and
That's generous.
then that's generous. I'm trying to be nice. You add all those things together, it's beyond interesting. It's really frightening, and for a lot of people, there's some deep concerns, and rightfully so. But the fact is, we are in the real America. The one thing we can thank Trump for, he showed America for what it really is. I mean, people knew that he had no background, no experience or whatever, and that he'd been racist and a homophobe and Islamophobe and misogynist, and yet they still voted for him.
Listen,
What does that say about us? They still voted for him despite the fact that you had probably the most qualified candidate in recent memory in Hillary Clinton, and even though she might have not been the perfect candidate, you know, was eminently qualified and was also talking about some programs that made sense for everybody, including middle and working class white America. But yet they rejected it out of hand.
So let me ask you this. Given what we've talked about, given the state of where we are, for the communities of color, what's the direction? Do we go back to marching in the streets, such as being done today, which predominantly, from what I've seen, really aren't minorities for the most part.
URI later today.
We got to vote. It's not one thing. It's not maybe 5 or 6 things. It's maybe 10 different things we have to start doing and doing more of. Certainly, we have to register more to vote. We have to vote. We have to vote in local elections. We have to vote for city council, state rep, all elections. We haven't done it. We have to vote in off-year elections, which we haven't done. We have to, you know, file legislation. We have to ally ourselves with people with like interests, truly like interests, which happen to be a lot of people that are white, working class. You know, to get things done, we have to be smarter and be more efficient, and we have to be better than ever before. That's what we need to do, but it's not one thing.
See, now this is one of our problems, and I've called up 4 of the Trump people in the last week, and I said I'd like to have lunch with you. And the reason I'd like to have lunch is they're disorganized. The white working class folks are really disorganized. You think blacks and Latinos and the like are disorganized. You know, look at them. And so they need to figure out how to get their needs met. Seriously, I want a state government that gives tax breaks to mom and pop grocery stores. I'm serious. You need a $10,000 loan? Get it from the Slater Fund. No, I'm serious.
Well, I think
and so we have more in common than we don't have in common. In fact, what we don't have in common is race. And those white folks need to get over that and look at the interests of their children. Seriously. But everybody in public office needs to stop, and this is the Republicans and the Democrats, and look at the public. And that's the bottom half of the public, which they have been neglecting unbelievably for the last 20 years. That's why Trump is president of the United States.
Well, I think Ray, you're right. Jim, I think your comments have been right on. You know, we're looking at a new day, and hopefully, as President Obama says, give this man a chance. Maybe he won't be the president that some of us are afraid that he might be.
Yeah, we have to give him a chance.
Are you sure the president said give him a chance? I think the president said kind of be civil. And the sun will come up tomorrow.
Yeah, but we have to be diligent in terms of making sure that we keep pressing.
I've got to wrap it up. Sorry, we're running out of time, but I want to thank today's guests, Ray Rickman, Jim Vincent.
Thank you.
And you, the viewers, for tuning in to another segment of In Another Opinion. A special thanks to Rhode Island PBS for making this program possible. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at inanotheropinion@gmail.com. And have a good evening.